Mm.
Hell yeah. Who's what role? Yeah.
Ooh. And what is up, you guys? It's your DM, Aaron Raphael Amin, and we have our party here: Ohio Hex, Suicide Shinoboy, Ibrahim QK, Just Two Brothers, also known as AKA alias, whatever you would like to say to input another name, and Kano, sometimes with three N's, because he's that guy. So, thanks for joining in. Thanks for playing with us today. I'm super excited. I hope you are excited as well to end your Monday on a fun, if not trepidatious note. As always, check out the QR code right there. You can check out Mates of Fates in their Discord, TT Tomes in their Discord, their magic shop. Beyond the Review podcast and Dice Legion, where we have your St. Patrick's dice and Easter dice coming. So if you want to put something actually cool, well, I guess I like candy too. So another good option inside of your Easter eggs. This might be a good one to take 10% off on us. And all of that being said, I believe our new / not so new player / character is going to hit our recap for the day. And I just want you to know that you can't hear the music, but the audience should be able to.
I can hear it. I could.
You could, but I don't have, no.
Oh, okay. Last time, your adventurers did some rebuilding in Phoenix Rest. Painting, building, and cooking was all done. They decided that they would go to Chult to make traveling after a meeting easier. Back in Narissa's home, away from her new home, they looked at rock paintings, and Erset collected a rock to travel back. The party then ventured to Weisgard, where Erset found an unfaithful man, and Vincent got his arm refurbished. The party then had a meeting. You asked for this.
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah,
The party then had a meeting with the royalty of Weisgard, and they met me, Valen. All discussions were what to do with the war in Erid, and so on, and what to do with the zealots and the speaker. He then appeared in smoke, fire, and revealed his face, and that is where we find ourselves now.
Indeed, we do. Let's see. And again, you see this look of understanding, of familiarity on Mother Seraphine's face. Same with Waipo and a few individuals of the Etir as they stand in the throne room above you, around you, and in the center, the once anonymous speaker now stands with his face born for all to see, a gold elf covered in red dragon scales, and a scar sliding down his face and through his body. I must apologize, the speaker says. Many have thought I was long dead, but I was saved by the mother you carry such distrust for. Tuhanu has brought me again before you. Mother Seraphine, Waibo, Tongaroa, it has been a long time. And you can still see Mother Seraphine almost in her face a refusal of belief, a concern, a broken trust, one might say. And Waipo stands and walks up, tears falling from his eyes, and gives him a hug. Luren, it has been so long. And he turns to Mother Seraphine. Is this a blessing to Weisgard? An old friend has returned. Desiree speaks up. I do not understand. Who is this man? Mother Seraphine, you were born long after his apparent demise. And King Eltar finally speaks. Ruren Wonsanin, the Prince of Yunjadia. Back from the dead, it seems. Luren smiles. Back to life. The doors open, and you hear armor clanking, echoing through the halls. Guards escorting 3 very interesting individuals. A lizard folk man, a skull painted on his face. A bird man.
A bird.
An owl with bipedal legs, arms, and a steel-clad individual. So, it seems we are late to the party.
We invited the long dead thought prince turned dragon worshiper and a bunch of weirdos.
That kind of why I hear.
No.
No, it's the Zephyrs.
And
Oh, I mean, okay.
one of the guards, the Zephyrs of the New Dawn, my lord. They were invited by Cairo, so they say. We were. But it seems our presence is no longer necessary. I see robes and the mask falling off its face. So you are the elusive speaker. Is that correct? Elusive is a strong word. And the Night Flower, Madeline, a soft thaumaturgy echoes through the throne room. May we please have order? This discussion is far from finished. Now, a dead man stands in front of us, willing to aid us with our adversaries. Regardless, this motion has passed. The question is, how do we proceed?
That is the question.
The silence hangs over the throne room.
Well, because our original plan. Our original plan.
Are you
Well-
afraid?
We've
No.
been giving it some thought.
We've been thinking about it. Because we
Yeah.
still have to, like, talk to your brother. Because I think the Roscoon would be, like, helpful. But I don't know if we should bring that up.
No.
Okay. No.
Well, as I'm sure you're probably aware, there seems to be quite the difficult defenses that the Kingdom of Arid revels in. That being the anti-magic field that surrounds their kingdom. I believe any kind of strategic discussion around taking Arid has to address this problem. I was of the mindset that long-range artillery weapons, martial artillery weapons, would be the best case against this. Depending on how long the range is and how far out the anti-magic field bleeds out past their outer walls, and depending on the adamantine usage of their defense. Those are all variables that need to be taken into consideration. But if at all possible, long-range artillery weapons are possible and useful, that would be a strategic way to get Erid out of their walls to face us on an open battlefield. I have a hard time believing that we're going to make any progress charging straight into the walls, especially considering the anti-magic field. Does the A-tier have anything to offer or add to this defensive measure that Erid has?
Desiree speaks up. Well, I'm not entirely sure how effective any of us would be inside the walls of Arid. They're currently moving en masse to Burnwell. Last I checked, Dion Sunshock was there.
Dion Sunshock.
We have siege weaponry, but to take it miles across the Badlands may not be the most effective. Is there any way we can get any machinery that's closer to carry out this plan?
Such as,
Um,
like in Burnwell?
King
because-
Iltar, does Burnwell have any siege weapons? Perhaps a heist might be in order.
I don't think you can steal a bunch
Not-
of
not-
Oh, let him
Not-
try, Nerissa. Let him try.
Let him cook.
You just keep reducing them until they're small, and you put them in your pocket, and then you take them out.
Only works
One
once.
a day.
I use the wrong word. It's not a heist per se, but a breakout. You know, perhaps.
A
if
liberation.
we could use Oblivion's March to our advantage in that situation, maybe they could use them.
They would be truly a powerful insurgents. I will say this. I would like to be part of this war. I would like my kingdom to be part of this war. A leader for the future of Elbrin is why I am here. Luren, if you would allow me to take the stage, I do not want to steal your thunder. There's much I have to say. He smiles and bows. I have stole your thunder once before. So, it is time I am paid in kind. And he steps away, and you can kind of see him and Wipo catching up as they sit down next to Valen and Nonnery.
Vincent, do the thing on King Iltar. I don't know what level he is or anything.
How do you think? Did I ever do that? Can't remember.
I don't think you did.
I don't think he did
You
either.
said,
You didn't do it
you
to
said
him,
the
though.
speaker sat next to Valen and Nonnery.
Yeah.
Valen is just like staring daggers at the speaker. Not that you could tell, you can't see his face, but just straight staring at him.
The helmet has angry eyebrows.
I would like you to roll intimidation, please.
Sure. Nine.
9.
He's not quite so intimidated.
I don't know the effect you're trying to elicit out of them, but your presence is not enough for them to really take notice of your stare.
Not trying to elicit anything.
Okay, good.
Just staring at him.
Understood.
And I know your enemy on Iltar.
What 2 things would you like to know about Iltar?
Let's do. Is his level higher than 13? And is his fighter levels higher than 8?
Inferior and superior.
Okay.
He's level 13?
No. He's like level 10, maybe.
But he's a fighter who's higher than 8?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That actually pretty much narrows it right down.
Yeah. All right.
It's a useful ability.
Yeah.
So he's a fighter in between 8 and 13.
He's a level 9 fighter.
He's in between 9 and 12.
Yeah, 9 and 12. He's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
10. I would bet 10. So,
Will I say no?
No.
but my speaker guess was completely correct. So
I give you the tools to make good guesses, to be fair. Anyway, King Iltar clears his throat. We are to be allies here. All who sit in this holy throne room. I respect each and every single one of you in this council. One of you I hold in higher esteem than the rest. But to build trust going forward, to be honest with you, I must admit I have not always been honest. You see that Desiree kind of leans in, squinting her eyes. This betrothal is political. It was ushered in by none other than Oblivion's March.
Ooh.
I was requested to bring Weisgard and Burnwell together. for the threat that are the messengers. I'll have you know now, Desiree. Something that once started politically, and maybe underhandedly, has turned into a love that I believe is true, and I hope you do as well. And regardless if you love me back, I hope to take your hand in marriage, to usher in a new age, and maybe usher in a future that belongs to only us.
There's like lots of whispers. Like King Eltar is always saying crazy shit in front of everybody. Like not just like kind of some people, like a lot of people. He proposed marriage at the last meetings.
Yeah, King Eltar does not give a fuck.
No.
Everyone kind of looks at Desiree. Hilton, I can say that I hate the fact that you would find yourself under bed covers with such fiends as Oblivion's March. But what you're doing now proves to me where your heart lies. However, I am to marry a king. And right now, you are king of nothing. So, until your crown sits upon your cranium once again, I will have to decline your proposal.
Damn.
She smiles.
What a fucking...
She's a woman of high standards.
She's a gold digger.
Hey, she has her own money though. She's a gold digger with her own money.
Yeah.
A status creep. That's what she's looking for.
And King Iltar smiles as well, and he giggles. And Desiree speaks up once again. So, there are many things being put in motion here. I would like to say it is best to know your enemy. And we know next to nothing about Arid behind their shell of adamantine that Acid reckons we can break. So how about we start smaller and get my king back on his throne?
Get them out of Burnwell.
And the hammers back into our hands.
I think that's a good first move.
What do we do once Erid repositions and counter-strikes Viceguard in retaliation?
Waipo speaks up. If I remember correctly, the Arid soldier who reported here earlier mentioned we would have 1 month before we can move forward, before they would attack. Let us give ourselves a shorter time frame. And we attack Burnwell first. We reclaim, and they have no position to retaliate from.
I don't think they would expect it. I think we have a lot of cards in our hand that they wouldn't expect. Or account for.
Let me pull up this map here. Let me see.
I was just
Yeah,
about
Burn-
to say, let's open up Roll20 and get looking at the map once again.
Burnwell's going to be a strategic position there by Aaron. If we have that as a place, then like we have a base already right there.
Do we have access to naval military?
Wypo speaks up. The Silver Elves do not work by the sea, but we work by the sky. We can fly in with the Silver Souls around the Moyani coast and maybe here.
Yeah.
Sort of a pincer maneuver around Arid and Burnwell itself, while the rest of you move in from a northern direction.
So we would come in through. There would be.
It would be like from Anam's grip down. Kind
What's
of
on
direction.
grip? Like
Onum's
Like
grip
that?
is like a giant resting place. There's lots of their bones and skulls, and that's where they say Anam, the god of giants, first touched on Elbrin. It's really just it's like a national park.
Yeah, it's very canyony. Rocky.
So could you fly this way? Is that what you're saying?
If you would prefer, I feel coming, excuse me, if you would prefer, but I feel coming around this direction or this direction, as you guys kind of move around the war table that sits in the middle of the throne room at the time. This would be more effective.
Oh, it would. I just wasn't sure if you could make that flight. It definitely would.
Our weapons may be a little unused, but I'm sure with time, their wings will gain strength, enough to bring us around the coast.
does Weisgard have ships that we can sail, or are we marching?
I mean, for a successful invasion, particularly if we're trying to take them by storm and surprise, attacking as many points as possible to spread them out is best. So it's great that we have the wyverns and we can march the land forces through Anam's grip, but it would also be like beneficial. I mean, even if you could spare a few boats, like a few ships. What's out of the fortifications like King Iltar on this northern coast of Burnwell?
First,
Are they
to
walls?
answer your question, Vincent, Mother Seraphine speaks up. We have many ships. Aside from Arid, we house the strongest military in Elbrin, and that includes a navy. If you think it would be wise for us to sail to Burnwell, as well as march, we will take the sea. And King Eltar speaks up. The fortifications of Burnwell are consistent across the board. The wall stands no matter what direction you look in. However, near the pier would also be the sewers. If there's anyone who would also like to join Oblivion's march, we can strike from above, around, and below.
Full assault. All directions. I don't see why we wouldn't do that.
And the night flower sort of floats down from the balcony that she was standing on with Mother Seraphine and eerily and silently makes her way to the war table. As leader of the Etir, some might say, she looks around the room to no dissent. It is my job to act as both spy master and warlord. I think this is a good plan. But where do we go next? When we first spoke, the idea of assassination came to play. There are things that I would need if we are to move forward with that.
We did speak with Oblivion's March on that matter, and our contact said that we could try it, but she thinks that Pyranist Badon is going to take to the field himself.
But will he take to the field himself now if our objective has changed from Erid to Burnwell?
He may not if we frighten him back. But I don't know if he will be more emboldened to come out or if he will hide away again.
Well, as good of a plan this is, I am more drawn to action that is less obvious. If you do not believe that we can assassinate the Pyranist, then why not assassinate the leaders who currently house themselves in Burnwell?
Lucia?
Or the master behind the puppet?
Dion? I don't know.
It could be Dion. It could be Daigo. If I am not mistaken with what information I have,
Come here, bud.
there is a solid chance that they are both there.
If you want to focus on that, you could take Ersid with you and...
It is not who I need to go with me. It is where I would need one to go. I don't know if your contact is a specializer in poisons, but I am. And I would need some for us to be extremely effective.
I would agree. Do you know of a place to get the most deadly of toxins?
I do. And Dunas Mori, she points
Gonna
over
say
to Cholt.
in Cholt.
Perfect.
In these great sands thrive giant purple worms. If you can harvest their toxins, or even simply the head of one, and bring it to Weisgard intact, I can extract the poison and provide you with the deadliest venom that exists here on this planet.
Well, if we have...
We can get to Jolt pretty quickly. We have some things to do there anyway, no?
Mhm.
If this is... I mean, if it is as potent as you say it is, which would she know?
That's not necessarily your hood as far as Cholt goes.
Yeah.
So I'll need you to roll nature.
Probably won't know. That's an
How do I
8.
delete arrows on?
That's an 8. As far as you know, they just eat people. You didn't know what they had poison. Venom.
Yeah. Huh. Well, yes, if they're as poisonous as you say, perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea.
And Luren walks up. I hate to be a burden here. I see a lot of opportunities and not to make things too difficult. But it has been long since I heard from my contacts who hunt the final orb of Tuhanul. If we truly would like to see her aid, I believe we need to send a scouting party to the cold north. And that, I believe, might be useful to you all here in Weisgard. As I am told, the white orb sits inside Vonenheim. Again, I'd like to get you closer to the Church of the Plains. And I'm sure this will help. And you can just kind of see Madeline just with an utmost rage silently staring into the speaker, who lowers his head when he catches her eye. Mother Seraphine speaks up once again. So, with all of these opportunities, what do we find the best way to move forward? We have many bodies and not much time. We can send separate groups to separate goals, but having all of this ammunition at our disposal might be crucial in winning us back our continent of Norfain.
We can take whoever wants to go. I mean, it depends on how many people want to go to the Great North, but we have been there. And don't we
We
need
have
to
been there.
we need to go there anyway for a bit.
We do. I believe that my brother has something to do with the orb in the north. But at the same time, we are the ones who are capable of teleporting to Cholt instantaneously. So,
Then
actually, no.
the question that is proposed is, when do we attack?
Well, if we have 4 weeks or 4
3.
rides,
3.
3?
3.
Is that a month?
Yeah,
Yep,
because it's
30 days.
30 days, so it's 3 weeks because they're all 10.
Okay. Well, I would imagine that if we want to allow ourselves some time to actually prepare while simultaneously catching them off guard, yeah, probably 2 rides, 20 days.
We give ourselves 2 rides, and only so many of you are able to arrive at your destinations instantly. Madeline, how long will it take to develop this poison? As long as the items I need are well taken care of, I can have the poison done in less than 2 days.
How many people, I'll look at the speaker, do you think need to go to the rift?
I surmise a full party at the very minimum would be necessary. 3 to 5 individuals.
I would reckon 5.
Yeah. Because then you can go and you can take whoever you want with you, and you can take those people up there and talk to Lachlan.
I believe that would be doable. However, I have yet to be to the cold north. I am able to request the aid of our draconic friends, but that will not get me there immediately, let alone finding the Twilight Veil. And we know not how time works inside the veil. It will be risky. And as the only one who has the, how do I say, intelligence to perform the ritual that will resurrect Tuhanul, I would decline to put myself in such a precarious time frame. However, I can do my utmost to support those who are willing to go.
I mean, what are you suggesting, Narissa?
So my idea, her idea, if there are people who want to go, if there are volunteers who want to go do this, haven't we been up there? Didn't you take an object somewhere close?
Yes.
We can get them up there so that you can talk to Lachlan, drop them off, and then you can teleport back, and then we can teleport to Jolt. It's only like 3 days.
Yeah.
Again, I would like to be clear. If you find yourself in the Twilight Veil and it takes more time than we would like, no matter how long you would like to speak to your brother, it may put us at a disadvantage.
Then isn't it best to wait until after all of this?
I do not think so. All I am saying is I do not believe it would be wise for one party to go to both places. If you trust so much in your abilities, far be it from me to stop you. I would only like to inform you all of the dangers, or more particularly, the unknown time frame involved.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I mean, because we only have one teleportation device. It seems as though it would be smart if I go and speak with Lachlan. But then how do we get to Chult? We need the teleportation thing to get to Chult to cross the ocean.
Just to be clear, is this an in character, out of character conversation, or are we just discussing this out of character?
No, I'm just discussing this out of character with.
Okay, then I'll let you guys.
Well, I think it depends on if the speaker is insinuating that the people who need to go inside the Twilight Veil are us. Because if that's the case,
I thought that what he was saying was that, like, he could get together a party and go there. And then we could go to Chult.
To be clear,
But, okay.
he is willing to aid them. He is not willing to go into the veil himself because of his responsibilities to Tuhanul. He just warns against the same party doing 2 different missions.
We should do the Chol thing if we have to decide what mission we're going on.
I mean, both seem like equally. I mean, look, like, could we dispatch a separate unit to go to the Great North and try and procure the orb by themselves without our supervision? Yeah, could, but it just seems as though it might be easier or a higher rate of success if I were to go with them. Because Lachlan is my brother.
Oh, is he up in the north? I thought
Yeah.
he was in Burnwell.
No, he's yeah. He's looking for the orb. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's
if
trying
we-
to get it.
I don't know if I don't think that we know for certain if he has acquired it, but based on everything that now the speaker is saying, it sounds like he might have it.
Oh, he knows that it's in the Twilight Veil, and he knows where the veil is.
Yeah.
And he knows that they've been in there and have been out of contact for a while.
Yeah.
And Ersid, you know that you and your brother are on some pretty bad terms right now.
We are. With that being said, it seems as though the only people who can go to Chult would be us.
Why not procure the advantage for
was
the fight in Burnwell?
So the orb gets us
Tragedy's
the
group
speakers.
not
Whatever
interested
they
in
do.
in finding the white orb, or was that?
I mean, they do have interest in that.
Why don't we help
does-
them? Why don't we send them that way? I feel like they could do it.
What does the orb
Go ahead
do?
and roll
Why do we
history
need the
for
orb?
me.
Yeah, I'm really good at that. 12.
12.
Pretty good.
You do know that Oblivion's March, or the Absent, is vehemently against the speaker getting hold of all 5 orbs.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, who is?
Oblivion's March,
Yeah.
which happens to be the overseeing company of the Midnight Carnival.
Mm.
What does getting all 5 orbs do?
It
We
gets
get
you a
to
wish.
make a wish.
It supposedly brings back Tuhanul.
It summons a dragon. That does something.
Why do we want to help with that? What?
Because we
Great
promised.
question.
We promised that we would.
Okay, but we should focus on the thing that helps our actual war effort here, and not the speaker's own scheme.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I suppose the reason that the imminent reason to get is because the speaker has said that if we get the orb and Tuno comes back, she would aid us in this.
And more specifically, him as well.
Yeah, he would.
It sounds like he has his own personal scheme going on.
Yeah,
so we would just-
said in speaker. Thanks, Connor.
So if we go get the poison, that's a tool that we have in our war effort. If we go get the orb, then we're helping the speaker on whatever his personal scheme is.
Also, wherever the fucking orb ends up, we can just go take it. If it's not in the Twilight Vale anymore and your brother has it, we'll go fucking take it from Lachlan. As if he was just gonna help us get it and then not be a bastard and take it for himself anyways.
I think he wanted to give it to the speaker, though.
Oh, well, then bada bing, bada boom. If,
Okay,
But he's saying-
if Lachlan wants to give it to the speaker anyways, he's got an army of fucking demons.
Yeah, and apparently they're not doing so high in the Twilight Vale.
Maybe we just don't know because they're in there and the time's all fucking weeble wobbled.
Yeah, I guess we don't know. I'd be like, is anybody interested in going in the Twilight Vale? Okay, I don't want to like
all right.
make
It sounds
anyone.
like it sounds like
Because
it sounds like we should have some dispatch another
yeah, because
unit to
I think
go.
we should go to Chol. I'm in agreement with that. I just think that if there is other people who want to go to the Twilight Vale, like we could bus them there.
We could teleport them
Yeah.
most of the way,
Mm-hmm.
and then we would
Yeah.
spend a night and go to Chol.
Mhm.
Is there anyone that we would? So if time
Trust.
is wibbly wobbly, well, it's also we have to balance like if there's such a strong asset, should we risk them by sending them off on a mission, or should we keep them for us?
Yeah. But if
So,
they're not
who's-
strong enough, are they going to make it out?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the
Also, why are we being the ferryman to take these people to the Twilight Vale? Can't you only take 8 people?
yeah. And they
Yeah,
said they said like 5.
yeah. Well, there's 4 of us.
Mhm. Well, it would probably just be
There's
like
5 of us with Uwasa, so you
Yeah.
can take 3 more.
Or
If you were just
Or-
dropping them off, or you could.
yeah,
select
you
to
could
go.
just
I-
go if you
I
were
just go
dropping them
by
off.
myself.
Yeah.
but then it would take
you
2
teleport
days.
back and wait another
would take-
day and then
yes.
teleport to Cholt.
Yeah, so like
Fine, we
theoretically,
have 30 days.
How long
20.
we have 20 days.
how
20
long does it
days.
take to get there from Weisgard? Like if you walk? 2 weeks.
We would be
probably.
saving time. No doubt we would be saving time.
Yeah.
Remind me why we have 20 days, because then Arid's
That's-
gonna drop a nuke.
Yeah, we have 30 days till they do that. We want to catch them earlier by attacking Burnwell
Mhm.
10 days
Kiss
early.
my ass. Let them drop a nuke. Let them come out of their castle, and then we'll just kill them.
I mean, that's an option
What
that
if we-
nobody
The
has
point
said.
too, if we draw them out.
Well, I mean, what are they gonna do?
They're gonna
They're
full
gonna-
assault. No. Actually, the more that I think about this, the more I don't think that's a smart idea, because the longer we allow them to have Burnwell as a strategic
Yeah,
outpost,
is-
like the worse it is.
Yeah, that's
That's
a really
fair.
strong
Burnwell-
asset to have.
Burnwell is closer geographically to Weisgard anyway. Like, if we can get the jump on them and take Burnwell from them and hold it,
Hmm.
Mhm.
then and we have the green elves to the north of Arid, then we can put the stranglehold on Arid.
Yeah.
Should
Look-
we push our assault on Burnwell sooner then?
Sooner than 20 days?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Why don't we just go get the fucking poison and then go kill the bitches in Burnwell? And then, if the people from the Twilight Vale aren't back, whatever the fucking speaker says, boo-hoo. I don't care.
I guess that's true.
You don't need us to hold Burnwell. We can take Burnwell for them. Then they can reinforce to hold. We'll go to the Twilight Vale if they haven't recovered the orb. Help them get that shit. We'll come back. Hopefully, a year hasn't gone by the time we get out.
Yeah, true.
Right.
But at least we would have put them in a better position, I guess, if it does.
Yeah.
So,
Speaker has
Yeah.
fucking dragons.
Yeah.
Multiple dragons.
He has
Yeah,
said
and-
that he was
and
willing
he-
to help get people to the Twilight Vale.
using the dragons. So
this guy.
we
If he wants to bring Tuhanul back, he'll use his dragon friends to help win the war effort.
okay, then I'll just be like, does anyone want to volunteer and go to the Twilight Vale?
Yeah, I think that's what
Two
we're gonna
hands raise immediately as Narissa, you see Sallow has offered his services. And Vincent,
Oh,
you notice that Trust is also willing to offer his services. Who'd you think?
I don't know. Nonnery? I kind
I
of thought
did too.
Nonnery might want to go.
We're the most Gryffindor volunteer people here.
And you hear Sallow. The Twilight Vale is under Arthean jurisdiction. If there's anyone more qualified to not only, how do I say, maintain its presence and return the orb of our former adversaries, it would be the Etir. And if not all of us to go, then I volunteer my services. And Trust says, well, I came all the way here, and there's much we should do. And if the fate of the continent is at stake, or the world, or something like that, well, it is what the Zephyrs do. We protect the people.
Okay, so that's two people. Half
Great.
half of the speaker. Don't we at least need one more person?
Well, that's four.
All of Zephyrs.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
why is
four?
that? Why is that?
Oh,
why is
because the
that four?
Zephyrs plus Sallow.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I
Okay,
see,
yeah,
I see.
yeah, I see.
And you see
Where's Conwell?
Ersid. He keeps saying, where's
Oh,
God?
that's a good question.
Did you are you asking that?
Oh my god, yeah, send Konoha too.
No, you were gonna say something.
come on, ask it.
I might ask it, but you were gonna say something.
Thank you. Ersid, you notice Ersid and Valen, you both notice Nonnery kind of like tugging on his clothes, and he finally speaks up. It is my duty to sort of research these parallel planes. I may not be much of a useful component in this journey, but I would really appreciate if you would let me tag along. Desiree, look, so there's 5. Is that who we're sending? Or are you guys going to continue to deliberate about this while you twiddle your thumbs and we wait for the world to crash down upon us?
Relax. I don't say that.
I'm not sure you've been paying
But-
attention, actually.
Yes, if that is who wants to go, I think that is who should go. Those are the volunteers. We can get them.
That's good. I believe in those people.
Mm-hmm. I believe in those people.
And then it will be Kairos, I assume, taking their leave to Chult.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone else will
You know,
focus on planning.
it might
Here.
it might be nice to have one extra set of hands. Is there anyone?
Does anyone want to
Anyone-
come to Joel?
I'll
Would
just stand
anyone-
up and walk over there.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I will accompany you.
Oh, goblin guy.
And what do
I
you
am
offer,
No
fair-
goblin guy.
fair warrior?
No goblin guy.
No goblin guy.
I offer my aid to you. You seem as though you could use it.
I'm gonna know your enemy on Riley.
What would you like to know?
I want to know if your dexterity is higher than 8 and your constitution is higher than 12.
The answers are inferior, equal, or superior, Riley.
Okay. You said, what did you say about Dex?
8.
Dex 8.
Superior. And Constitution,
13.
superior.
Nice.
I think this guy should come.
Yeah. And also, how do you spell your name?
Vaellynn.
Nice.
Well, if you want to come, and you're certain you won't die, I don't see why not.
I seem okay.
Still alive today.
Well, I'm Narissa.
Hello.
My name's Vincent.
Hello.
Erson.
Hello.
Awesome.
My name has already been said. Hello.
I like this guy. No talking. Jumping in.
Great.
Is
Yes. Well,
Narissa wearing her mask or anything, or her helmet?
yeah, but it's up.
Okay.
So, like, it's on her, but yeah, the face part is pulled up.
But I can see your snake face.
Yeah.
Is so long? Can we see anything about your face?
No, you cannot. The helmet is still on. There's 5 slits in the visor, but it is just shadow.
Nice. It has like
Faceless.
antlers on it,
Faceless
right?
man.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well,
With a little like purple, pink, blue, right?
Yeah. It kind of like a horse's tail. It goes up and then just drapes down.
Nice.
So, when do we leave?
we have to, unless, do they want to take the dragons or do they want us to? How long are the dragons gonna take?
Are you asking the
What
speaker?
dragons?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What question are you asking?
You're like taking them there, right? With the dragons?
I am able to. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, he's taking those people to the north with dragons?
I am able to. Yes.
Okay.
So I don't need to go with them.
If you feel it would be a better use of your time or ability, do not let me stop you. But I offer my services.
I mean, we're not, the people we're sending there are not going to help us with the assault on Burnwell. That was what we came to, right? As a
And
decision.
Sallow speaks up.
Yeah, if they're not back yet.
There is nothing that will stop me from aiding this effort. So, I will do everything I can to ensure that we are back within the 2 rides we have allotted. If we are not, then we are dead. Well, Trust kind of like shrugs. I am not entirely so sure about that, but if this man thinks he can bend the will of the universe, then I am happy I am going with him.
He definitely does think that.
Yeah, so I think it'd be better for us to just go
Yeah.
now. instead of
Well,
waiting for you
If
to
you're
tell us where the-
comfortable with the dragon bus, then I mean, it will be fun. You'll get to fly. It's exciting.
All right. Well, we'll see you all when we get back.
Okay,
Boom,
well,
I
no.
teleported.
No.
What else do we have to talk about?
I
She
gotta
wants
go
to say
say
goodbye to
bye to
her
my
boyfriend.
boyfriend in case he dies in the veil.
Okay, while you do that, Erson's gonna go to the loo.
I mean, you probably wait for this to be officially
Yeah,
adjourned.
also, we're not done with the meeting.
But I really do have to go to the
No,
bathroom.
I can tell. You got up. Go. So, Kairos and Valen will be taking themselves to the home of the snake-skinned, while our very own Etir Salo, along with the Zephyrs of the New Dawn and the Speaker, will make their way to the room at Twilight Vale.
Mm.
We will find ourselves here within the two rides. And at the end, we will find our forces on Burnwell's doorstep.
Hmm?
Is there anything that we have missed before this meeting is adjourned?
I don't believe so.
Then, by the powers vested in me as Queen and Mother Seraphine, you are free from this council. Except for you, Speaker. I would like to speak to you alone.
He's good at that.
Speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And Luren bows in admission as everyone begins to make their ways to their separate fronts and prepare for their respective quests.
Can you tell me his name? It's Luren?
Luren, Liuren. Wansain, WancaLin.
Okay, cool.
Uran 130.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Son of a bitch.
He walked away. Someone needs to tell Kanawa that we want him to help, but I mean, if we're going to be talking with the speaker, then he will probably be around.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys teleport today anyway?
Mm-mm. It's been a few days.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it has been a few
Yeah,
days.
been a bit
Like,
ice guard hanging out.
You are correct. My bad.
I mean, maybe there's someone we can pass the message on to.
We
don't
get to Kanawa.
Or we can just go find him and talk to him before we leave. I mean, all we need to really say is, are you interested in helping us?
Do you know where he's at?
Do we?
Who's this?
Just Kanawa is in the city somewhere. Because the speaker did say he would bring him.
Yeah. Can we go? Can I ask the speaker?
Speaker has a
Hey,
private,
Sid.
Yeah,
has a
unfortunately,
private,
the speaker is, yeah.
has a private
Detention.
conference with Mother Seraphine.
Yeah.
He didn't
Oh.
see me after class.
Yeah.
Well, we
Detention.
could just wait till that's over.
So- What will you do in the meantime?
Just twiddle my thumbs.
We should get out of this.
You guys are just gonna hang around in the palace?
No.
Not Vincent.
Well, I don't want the speaker to just like.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the palace though. Let's just
Why, you don't
meet.
trust him?
Let's just meet at the Giant's Rest. Right? Like Vincent, if you want to get out of here, you can go.
Sure, yeah. You just stretch my legs. Sitting through a big meeting.
Oh, we were standing.
No, we were sitting.
There were chairs.
I mean, I guess you could have stood.
You could have stood. I'm not gonna say nah. You had to sit, but both options were available.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna wait until the speaker's done.
10 hours later.
Okay, Valen,
I'll go find Sallow.
Okay,
Well, I
Valen, where
guess
are you
I'll
going?
I'll go to the Giant's Rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what they said to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go with Vincent.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. I'll roll a d20. Evens, we go with Sallow and Narissa. Odds, we go with Vincent and Valen. Crit 1, Vincent and Valen, you guys are good to go. Double V.
Good one. Hey, double V. That's
We're in
fun.
the critical fail. We're in the fumble.
Oh no. Yeah, let's have some role play between you guys. How does the walk go? What are you guys doing? You know, you get out of this. You two, tell me how are you feeling after this meeting? Let's start with you, Vincent.
Exhausted. What I realized about Vincent is that it's not that he's opposed to like this idea of making political plays. It's that he likes to be in the back rooms talking to people before, and not the speeches, not the decorum. He likes to just like talk one-on-one with somebody and look them in the eye. So this whole thing of like, and what do you think? What say you? It's just too much structure, too much government.
Okay.
So he's exhausted.
For sure. And what about you, Valen? What's going on in that helmet?
Valen is like antsy, I guess. He just wants to get this fucking what seems like squabbling done so that he can do what he came for.
Okay. And so the two of you are kind of walking through the streets. Vincent, what's your passive perception, Valen?
It is 20.
20. Okay. So both of you definitely notice that all the individuals, everyone, the Weiss Guardians are definitely taking eyes at all of you. There's a strange man in strange armor and a dwarf who many people think have all been kind of extinct in a way, walking through the city. So you two are definitely a sight for sore eyes in a way.
Look, Mommy, it's
They are
weird.
staring at you. Perhaps because you are short?
I've gotten those stares in Wiseguard before. Can't stand this city. How about you?
I have not been. They are rather stuffy.
Rather, yeah. So what brought you here? What brought you into all of this?
Well, the goblins plaguing your plane
We know nothing
is-
about.
changing mine.
You're from a different plane?
I am from the Feywild.
Wow.
Have you
Ah.
been?
What?
Have you been?
No, I haven't. You know, I've always heard stories about that, but I don't think I've ever met somebody from a different plane. So, what do you call our plane? What is this place?
The prime material. Correct? DM?
Correct. Ding, ding, ding.
So, what do you think of the material plane?
Very boring.
That's ironic.
That's funny.
You're quick at the chance to jump on this adventure with us, so.
I have been on many excursions in my time. So, a means to an end. I help you. I in turn help myself. Why do you involve yourself in the struggles of war? What is your dog?
I guess my dog is that I care about this place, and if I want to fight for whatever's left of it, I want to keep it a safe place, watch over it. Gives me something, gives me a reason to wake up and keep on going. I don't have to. I can be like, this is the thing that we're doing, and I can just focus on that, you know?
Do you think these people are worth saving?
I think so. Maybe not the ones in the room itself, but the people they look after are definitely worth saving. Yeah. That trust guy's okay.
And trust, maybe.
The people in the room who are calling all of the shots are not the ones worth saving. Why do they make the decisions?
That's how it works in this material plane.
And with that, you kind of kick open the door to the Giant's Rest, and it's a little rambunctious. There's a couple of bards on stage. They're going pretty ham, but a lot of people are drinking. You see a couple of drunkards kind of getting into a squabble, and there's one man that everyone is keeping their distance from. He's large, bald, with horns not only jutting out of his head, but jutting out of his shoulders, his chest, his back, as he slams down one of the largest mugs you've ever seen at the bar. Hey, another. This shit can't even get me drunk anymore. What's going on here? Give me something better. What is your strongest stuff, bartender?
Me too, Conowin. Also, Vincent's like, Valen, let me speak to the people. I'm not a big fan of the government. I'm not a big fan of the government.
30 on 30.
30 on 30, 30 on 30, 30 on 30. I don't think Vincent wants to speak to the people.
He does. He wants to speak to the people. He doesn't want to speak to
okay. No, you're
the
right.
higher ups.
Finally, an interesting looking fellow.
Oh no.
It's too smoky in
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so let's walk up and sit next to this guy, I guess.
And
Okay.
he kind of looks at you too. Well, what do y'all like to drink? You in the helmet, you dwarf. Do they make good stuff out there? What do we call that place? Pikey Wenua. Yeah. And also, sorry, dwarf. I'm not sure if you heard, but it's gone. Done. Under the ground. Where y'all like to be, I'm pretty sure.
Well, if it is gone, then I suppose they do not make good stuff there.
And
They
you
used to. God damn, they used to.
and he sort of furrows his brow. Huh. I guess you got a point there, Hellman. So that means that the best stuff might be there then. Find yourself on the ground, a city reclaimed, a people brewing their own stuff that no one else can get. I think I might have to leave this place. They're not going to have what I need here. I know where it is now.
Okay.
And he slaps you on the back, Vincent. You trying to go home? You want to go on an adventure?
Oh my god.
You going to Paikiwanua?
Might as well. Look, nothing here's going to get me drunk, so maybe I need some of that dwarven swill.
Well, I mean, fun as it would be to go see the graveyard of everyone that I know, we're already up to something right now, but I wish you luck on your adventure.
Mate, why you gotta be so depressed? They're underground. They're not dead.
Are you sure?
I mean, with the intel that I have, the ones that wanted to leave left. Some of them kind of got caught in the squabble, but the rest of them are just doing what dwarves do. Digging.
I mean, that would be nice to know.
Well, look, mate, you might not know me, but you can trust me. There's plenty of them folks living there.
Well, what's your name? Let me buy a drink.
Shit, don't waste your fucking gold here. Nothing against your establishment, sir. It's just not on me. They can spend it on themselves. Anyway, my name's Conwa. You?
Vincent.
Well, Vincent, good to meet you. If you go back home, you might see me there. Now, how about you, Mouse Man? You friends with this here, Vincent?
Acquaintances.
Huh. Well, acquaint me with your name, so that way if I see you again, I can call you something a little less informal.
Balin.
Huh. Valen. Vincent. Y'all were meant to be friends.
I just look at Vincent.
Your name's Kanawa?
Oh, my name's Conwa.
We were actually looking for you.
Who's we, mate?
He doesn't know either of you guys.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh no. Don't make him laugh too much.
My friends, my little traveling crew, Narissa and Ersen. Do you know them?
Did you say Narissa and Acid?
Yeah.
Well, fuck me and slap me, call me Skippy, and get me a motherfucking drink. Take me to him.
Okay.
Call me Skippy, huh?
Fuck him, slap him, and call him Skippy.
In that order?
And buy him a drink.
I'll attempt to slap him and call him Skippy.
Roll attack.
Ooh, overslap.
Do you add your proficiency to an oh yeah, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
15.
uh, and you try to slap him, and he just kind of grabs your hand. Mate, you really ain't from around here. It's a turn of phrase. You don't need to slap me. You don't know me like that. Again, we're acquaintances. Maybe if we were friends. Now, come on.
Sorry, Skippy.
And he just like gets up. And we are going to cut to Narissa. You're looking for Sallow. And you finally find him in his room. Well, I assumed as much that we would talk about today's events. You can see he's kind of sweaty. He wipes his brow. His cheeks are a little flush as he sits on his bed, staring out the window.
Are you okay?
Okay. Sure. But more on the worst side of it.
And why is that?
You know, things have changed so much since you've walked into my life. And I can't help but wonder why I didn't kill you. And now I feel as though leaving you alive has put me in a position to where my faith may leave me. It's not just you. But I can't feel like that. I can't help but feel like that started it all. Here I am in the redolent wood, sparing the life of Yuan Ti, as I search and search for magic hidden by the power of a dragon that I do not have the strength to slay or even address. And now, even my mother, my queen, is willing to acquiesce to the heart of scaly kind in a place that holds them with such disdain. It's hard to be okay when the world has been turned on its head for you.
And she'll come, like, sit next to him. Take his hand.
It's kind of stiff. He recoils just a bit before letting it roll back into your hand and gripping it tightly.
I do know what it's like to believe something so strongly. To think that there's only one way to go about something, and then to have it all shattered. And it's hard. I thought so many things, was taught so many things. Every morning, evening, every time of the day was pain for me on Cholt. All we did was hurt each other to get stronger. And even though it was unbearable, I told myself it was for a good reason. That eventually I would be the strong one that would wake up Mershalk, or I would be killed and I would feed someone else's fire, as is it always has been done. But I was given a second chance. And to see that none of that was true, that all of the things I had thought about humans and elves, that they were inferior, below us, that they don't deserve to live other than as slaves. But I know it wasn't a complete waste. Because I wouldn't be who I am if it weren't for that. I wouldn't have the strength that I have today if it wasn't for all of that. And even though it was awful to wake up 3 years later thinking I had been dead, I was given a new life. And there's something beautiful about that too.
He sort of smiles. Sometimes I wish I could die and come back and find myself again. Unfortunately, there are two sides of me now, fighting within me to find the truth. But I do know the truth exists somewhere in between. And I wouldn't know that if it weren't for you.
Well, I'm sorry, and I'm also happy I could help.
And he kisses you and holds you tightly. I know you were born in Jolt, but don't go dying.
Well, same for you. Don't go anywhere I can't go to.
I won't.
And I'll pull out, she'll like out of the helmet pull out like one of the feathers. Hold it out to him.
He grabs it. And this is...
Before a battle, we would always trade feathers and put them in our hair. It's good luck.
Well. And he starts tying the feather into his hair, letting it hang down the side. He gets up and he picks a flower. A beautiful blue flower. I don't have any feathers. And this is the only thing near as pretty as you are that I could trade. So hold on to this and let it keep you safe in the most dire of situations.
I will treasure it.
Good. Now that we're done being all sappy, I'll throw you a quick I love you and ask you to tell me what I should know about my companions for this journey.
About trust and wine marrow and who?
Who?
The owl man is named who?
Not very creative, is it?
I wouldn't tell him that.
Okay, well that's one thing I should know.
Who else? Nonnery? Nonnery is better at things than he gives himself credit for. So I don't think he will be such a detriment.
That's good to hear.
Wine Marrow is intelligent, maybe a bit dense. Good in a fight. Sneaky.
One thing I'm not.
Who is a scholar of some sort. He does magic, he can fly.
He is bird.
And Trust is a very noble man. I think you really can trust him. He seems strong, capable. A good leader.
Well, with that coming from you, I would be remiss to argue. I will get to know these few. Before you leave, I have one more question. Can we trust this Tuanul that the speaker claims he can bring back?
Honestly, I cannot say. I do not trust it, necessarily. I trust him, who he is. But how can I trust something that I have never spoken to? It is hard to say whether or not this deity, this creature, whatever it is that talks to him, it could be a liar. I voted in that room for this because I want everyone to come together. Not because I want to bring back Tuhanul or because I care for everything the speaker says. I just know who he is as a person at heart. And I know that he wants what's best for this plane, and so do his followers. But Tuhanul herself, I barely know anything about.
That one does. But if you can trust the dead prince, then I will try to as well. Don't let this be the last time I see you.
It won't be. I promise. I won't break those.
He kisses you again. And Ersid, you're kind of like pacing around and hanging around and doing your thing while you're waiting for Luren, the speaker, to be finished with his admonishment, you think, from Mother Seraphine. And Uwasa kind of tugs at you. Calm down.
Yeah.
You wait for him. For what?
Well, I was gonna ask him where Kanua was, and I've also got I've got a special request to see if he's willing to acquiesce.
Care to share your secrets with me about this special request? She smiles.
I mean, you'll see them when I do them.
Oh, too good for even me, then.
No, I like a good surprise.
Well, I do too. But I also like to know everyone's secrets. So, excuse me for asking.
That is okay, my darling. You can ask me anything at any time.
Then let me ask you, do you think we can do this?
Yes. Yes, I do. Pretty confident, actually, and maybe that's a bad thing, to be fair.
When are you not?
What?
When are you not?
Yeah. It's a strength and a curse, I suppose, but I really feel that there's something beautiful brewing in Norfaina right now. If we follow it, and with a bit of luck, all these strings tied together, we can bring all sorts of kinds that never were to common ground.
A place where dragons and giants can walk and soar the skies together. The worst of enemies becoming the best of friends.
I believe it's possible. I didn't even know why I've always been an optimistic person, despite my hardship and my justification for nihilism. I've never taken that route. Maybe it is the side of me that is stubborn. And when I look at something that looks pessimistic or nihilistic, I just feel, fuck you. Why? Let's go the other way.
Then I'm glad it's you that is helping drive this. Narissa and you, that is one thing you both have in common. Trying to see the good, see the opportunities as they can be, not as what is assumed.
I'm glad I have you to keep me in check when I get too ahead of myself, or I get too presumptuous, or I lose track of the route that we're going.
Rest assured, my love. I will continue to do all of these things, for I fear it may be necessary. And she kisses you on the cheek. And as she does, the doors to the throne room open, and you see, sort of affixing their mask back to their head, is the speaker, who turns and sees you. Ah, Acid. Oasa.
Mr. Speaker, do I call you Mr. Speaker? Or can I call you Nuran?
Please, if you are to call me by my name, assure me that we are alone. Otherwise, I would prefer simply the speaker, for my name is no longer important.
Okay. I'll just err on the safe side and just call you the speaker then. I've got a good question for you if you're not too busy before you leave. Two, actually. I lied.
Well, I am never too busy for my friends. You see them smile behind the red veil.
Thank you. I'm just looking at Riley shake his head. What I was told that Konoha would be here in Weisgard. Where might I find him?
Probably
I
in
have
a
to do.
tavern.
I have to do this because I don't know.
No, for sure, I get it.
The tavern. I should have guessed.
Most likely, I do not think you would have been quite an asset in this conversation He lacks decorum. Bless his heart.
Oh, imagine
Plus-
Conaway in the meeting.
Bless his heart, yes. But he's well, I presume?
Yes, I would say that at least.
Good to hear. Well, I'll catch up with him later then.
I will need to
and-
catch up with him as well. Is this a question you can ask as we walk through the city, or should we stay in the safeness of the palace?
Actually, I think it might be best here before we go.
And he sort of cocks his head. Is this serious?
No, it's not serious, but perhaps in a more private setting such as this. And I look around. Are we like pretty much alone? I don't need to like make sure 100% that like nobody hang on us, but I just wanted to see like if we're alone.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll just cut right to the chase, speaker. You see, I've been traveling with some new compatriots, and there is some doubt in your intentionality in all of this. And I'd have to be lying if I also said myself that I didn't think sometimes that I'm not too sure what your true intentions are. And so I thought it might be simpler if you would give me the grace so that I can put my compatriots' doubts at ease, because I want to believe in you. I do. I really do. But if you could help me put their doubts at ease, let me cast detect thoughts on you, and let me see what you think. Would that be possible?
I'm need a big persuasion check, my guy.
Ha! 24!
Let's see. He looks down. Fine. Acid, if this is what you need, if this is what everyone needs to gain my trust, then go ahead. Detect my thoughts, and you will find that we walk the same path.
I put my hand on his shoulder as a friend. And I'll, like, kind of bow my head and cast Detect Thoughts.
What save do I have to beat?
17.
Why don't you just let it happen, speaker?
Because with our
I
current
don't think-
rules of 5e, it's not allowed.
Yeah, I thought about that. I knew this was coming, but
However,
I just got that boost to that wisdom, know what I'm saying? So let's see.
Oh yeah, you read a book.
I read a book.
You're wiser.
however, he does fail. Let's see. So initially you cast it. You learn the surface thoughts.
Mhm.
And he is thinking that he wants everyone to trust him. He is in fear. There's a heavy amount of insecurity. What if he can't be the light that he tries so hard to embody? And then you probe deeper into his mind. You find a complex amalgam of emotions. Again, fear, insecurity. But behind all that, hope. Hope that he can truly be a piece in the puzzle of the world he would like to see put together again. His only worry, his truest fear, is that he may die. More so, be killed, betrayed, before he can see the future he strives to build.
And Ersid whispers to himself, "Listen, Al Gaib.
As it was written.
No. It is written. No.
This I'm not going to
Dude, that meme's so fucking funny.
It's so good.
No, in seriousness, Ersid lifts his head and he pulls the speaker in for a hug.
Get it? Absolutely.
And he hugs you back. Now, just for your consideration, you can ask other questions and try to point thoughts if you need to. I just want to make sure that this is as fruitful for you as you would like it to be.
Yes. What do you envision? What material help and aid do you envision Tuhanul can bring?
You feel the words of prophecy, of scripture, of words that aren't his own. A voice, soft and caring. My light will erase the black tide. All
Tuhanul. Sorry.
roll insight.
Okay. Dirty 20.
One thing you know is you don't know where these speech patterns come from, why she speaks like that. And something that sort of irks you is that the voice itself feels so artificial.
Hmm. And Tuhanul, she will fight for the good of all creatures on Norfane.
And again, you feel that hope. You feel an unshakable trust. Not that she fights for what's good for the world, but that she lacks vengeance.
Yeah.
And he releases from his embrace. So, Acid, do I have your trust?
I'm sorry.
You do, my friend. You do. And I hope that you and I can bring about peace that you so desperately wish to see before you take your last breath.
You see him smile under his veil once again, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Not just you. And he kind of cocks his head, and you look and you see Narissa heading your way. There are many who give me such strength. Now, and he says this loud enough for you to hear, Narissa, let us go find Kanua. As you all step out into the city, milling through, and you see some people literally bowing as the speaker walks by. He raises his hand speechlessly, and they rise. Some even cry.
It's Jesus.
He walks to them and assures them that they only cry tears of joy. Until finally you find in the middle of the road, walking towards you, Valen, Vincent, and behind them, the mass of a man we know as Kanua. And he runs up, literally pushes you to a side and rushes up and grabs you, Narissa, and like puts you into a bear hug, squeezing the air out of your body. I never thought I'd see you all again.
That's fair.
Kanua, you old dog! How the hell are ya?
And he just drops Narissa and brings you into the same bear hug. Acid, you motherfucker. Way to see you live.
It's hard to kill us.
Yeah.
Good. But where's the skinny one?
Not that hard to kill us.
Not that hard to kill. Huh?
Do you say that?
No,
Where-
I
where's the
definitely
skinny
think
one?
it. I definitely think it.
He
He met with some misfortune.
he didn't make it.
No. You're really?
Really?
It was a vampire that took his soul. I'd love if you want to help me kill her after we're done with all of this.
You can kind of see some tears coming to his eyes.
Aw.
I ain't even like that guy. But I tell you what, I like this vampire a whole lot less.
I like that guy.
Yeah, if you find this vampire, I'll help you kill him.
Bro, everyone's trying to kill this vampire.
And shout out Connell.
Mhm.
Real one. Said I didn't even like that guy. I
Well.
love that legacy for him.
Yeah.
Really?
That bitch, that bastard.
Fuck.
Well,
And he kind of wipes his eyes.
yeah.
Well, tell me about something good that's happened besides us reconvening, you know.
Not necessarily good, could be good, depending on your perspective. But we're having war plans. I'm sure, as you know, with the arid thing.
I've heard black tide, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No magic.
That's
Well,
right.
Weisgard, the queen, has made a deal with the speaker. So now we're on good terms. And we would like to...
How would you like to cook some anti-magic motherfuckers? huh?
Essentially, I was going to say extend an invitation to war, but...
Well, and he kind of looks at the speaker, and the speaker just nods. Looks like I got the go ahead. Not sure if I exactly want to eat people. I know about what happened, a couple of years ago, but yeah, I still have a pretty standard diet.
Yeah. But I mean,
That's good.
you breathe poison, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot. You're not a fire dragon. That's what I meant by cook. Like you know.
We would make a good team. I am immune.
that's good. So am I. Not a problem at all. Nope, I can poison them from the sky. Right.
Does that upset you?
No, not at all. Sounds like a grand old time. Really.
Insight check.
Roll insight.
Are you dense or empty?
Natural 20.
Natural 20? There's something kind of was not saying.
What? What is it?
What do you mean, what? I said, let's war, let's crack some skulls, let's put some poison on them.
Yeah. And there's something you're not saying.
I wanted to find something in Paikiwanua. Apparently, there's still dwarves living down there.
That's not what I'm hiding from a mate. I would like myself a drink, but look, I've come to remember a lot of things about my time in Ilhaid. And due to some strange situations, I got to make a wish. I got to become a so-called great and terrible beast that I've always admired. Emphasis on the terrible.
Has it not been everything you've dreamed of?
It was more of a pipe dream, and now it feels kind of like what do you call that? Counterfeit.
So you don't enjoy being a dragon?
It's not that I don't enjoy it, it's just, again, I'm kind of terrible at being one.
You're bad at being a dragon?
Can we go somewhere else to talk about? There's people, they're staring, they're listening, and I don't know if they're staring at me, if they're staring at all. Can we go?
They're staring at this weird motherfucker. And
Yeah, the dwarf.
Valen.
Everybody points to somebody else. Like they're staring at you.
No, you are mistaken. They are staring at the dwarf for being short.
That's correct.
You see a couple of humans and like Genasi and stuff, they're all the same height as Vincent.
Okay, we can go somewhere else to speak about these matters.
Does Kanawa look like... He looks like a human, right? Just with fucking spikes coming out of him?
Yeah, and he's missing the nose.
Right. Or perhaps they are staring at spiky human with no nose.
See, they might be staring at, and they might be listening.
I
and,
think they're staring at all of us.
and he kind of
Yeah,
looks around. Good looking bunch, if you ask me. Let them stare, but don't let them listen.
Okay, yeah.
This is embarrassing.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Back to the Giant's Rest, where you said to meet before, and now we are standing in the middle of the square.
Plans change very fast with us. You should.
Get
Lesson
used to
1 for
that.
you, yeah.
We gotta get our steps in anyway. Let's go.
Yeah, maybe we should
It
go
is-
outside of the, I don't know, somewhere where there are not so many people.
I will.
Very inefficient planning. But wherever you would like to speak. Spiky human fellow.
Well, I don't know what you all are up to, but I know you're supposed to be doing some work for Senkali.
Yes, I need to speak with him actually.
He might already be in Chult. So, if that's where you're going, maybe we could go there and meet with him.
You want to come with us?
Where else would I be? I mean, I can. It's not like you could leave me here. I'll just go and try to dig up Pikey Wanua and get
Okay,
some of that.
Right, yeah. Let's
Oh,
all
damn
go
it,
to
that's
Joel.
my
Let's all go
God.
to Joel.
That's the best thing you could have said.
Okay, are you guys teleporting?
Do we all have all of our effects?
Do you guys are you prepared to venture into Chult?
It's like
I
in
s- I
Baldur's Gate
suppose.
when it's like if you go past this point, you can't come back to
And then it lets you come back.
for a while.
You can't just teleport the next day back here.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I am always prepared.
I bought all that I can afford, and I can't afford anything else.
Yeah, we are broke, so
Okay, the timepiece.
All right. Everyone put your hands and your scales in the middle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Y'all are lucky.
Kairos on 3. 1, 2,
2,
3.
Kairos.
While some of the speakers say Kairos, Kanawa has no idea what you're talking about. As the timepiece turns and you find yourself unraveling in the Cholton cave behind the waterfall.
Oh, great. We're all in here. You can all see my childhood trauma on the wall.
It's not exactly
It
easy to
was
see in
yours.
here.
And if you
Could
look
have been
here,
anybody's.
and if you look here, this is a painting depicting Nerissa getting her ass handed to her.
Impressive. I could do that too.
Very.
It's fine.
Get your ass handed to you?
No, hand you your ass to you.
No.
Whatever you say. Look, I might not be the best dragon, but I'm not incompetent.
But you're also a poison dragon.
Yeah, not really. Nothing.
You can't.
Best I can do is hawk a loogie. A giant loogie, but a loogie nonetheless.
All right, no breath.
What's so bad about being a dragon?
He
Go-
can't. He
I
has
have
breath.
no breath. I'm not exactly stronger either. I can just fly and be bigger.
Ah, the for show muscles.
I
You
didn't-
are a fake dragon?
Sure, you don't call me that. That's really, like I said, this is embarrassing, okay?
It's not embarrassing, Konoha. It's all right. You weren't born a dragon. That's
That's-
okay. Be happy with what you were born with and what you were given.
Mate.
You have more power than other people do.
And he puts his giant hand on your shoulder, Erson. You ain't helping. Mine's cut him own nose off to be more like a dragon.
My fucking god.
Well, it's working for you better now than it was.
I'm, that much I am aware. Thank you. That is true. I look a lot better than I did. Less horrendous and scary. At least, no, I'm still scary. But not horrendous.
Well, either way, breath or no breath, it is a little sad you can't do that.
You're telling me.
But a dragon is still an intimidating, scary thing to have drop on you. So,
I can be scary.
you know, you're also a good distraction if arid soldiers see a dragon jump down on them. You know?
Just as long as they don't climb on me and kill me, maybe we'll be all right.
I think they would.
Well, they would try.
This one's quite the charmer.
He's not from here.
You seem very unsure of your own capability.
What was that word? What was that adjective?
Capability. Unsure of your own capability.
I'm not unsure, mate. I'm quite sure that I'm not a great dragon.
So you are weak.
No, mate, I'm not weak. I'm just not as strong as a dragon.
You're like a wyvern.
Sounds like you are weak. Anyhow,
I'm gonna eat him.
Feel free, I
Well,
don't know him.
you would have to be a good dragon to eat me. But you are not.
Oh my god. This is off to a really good start. This vacation is wonderful. We should all go, change into our Hawaiian shirts and have a margarita.
Finally, the beach episode of the anime. I've
It
been
is
waiting
the
for
beach
this.
episode.
Oh man, I mean, no better beaches than Cholt beaches.
Yep. Let's all go skinny
Hey.
dipping to get to know each other.
All right, Nerissa. What time of day is it actually?
It's a little bit later than it was in Weisgard, just due to planets and things. I'd say maybe 2-3 o'clock. The
Okay.
equivalent of.
I'll pull out the book and I'll say, I'm in Cholt. Where are you?
You may find me in the dunes.
Okay, he's in the dunes. All right, so we have to head to the dunes, which is good because that's where we were already going. Okay,
Well,
we
there's
are on our way.
No point in burning daylight. We've got time. May as well go.
Yeah.
Lead the way, Nerissa.
Right, because I know Cholt extremely well.
And
Do you?
Well, the only place I have ever gone is this jungle and my village. So I mean, I know of these places. I've never been to the dunes. I know
So you do not.
in theory.
Well, that is good. Perhaps someone else is good at trekking.
Ersid and I'm sure we can figure
Teamwork.
it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And be careful. There's dinosaurs and snakes and everything's
Dinosaurs.
poisonous. And if we run into you on tea, just pretend you're my slaves or something.
No.
Okay, right.
Well, anything else we should know about?
No. I mean, anything here is probably very willing to try and kill you and eat you. So, just keep an eye out.
I feel like this is the Jurassic Park spin-off episode.
canon, not spin-off.
Canon.
Canon.
And I mean, don't worry. We have 2 other people with us right now. So we are also.
No, more aptly, this is like Skull Island. Is really the vibe.
Yeah.
It is.
Not Isla, whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember. Isla Sorna.
Yes. All right. Which way do we go? Let me chart a course for us.
Which way, Western Man? And as you exit the waterfall and find yourself gazing upon the beauty that is the danger of Cholt. We'll see you guys next time. As you venture through the mysteries that are yet to be untold and find out truly what Senkali wants. Thanks for playing, you guys. Anyone who's watching, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Thursday. Peace out.
Oh my god.
What?